reasons, but it was the same service because it was the same flag for the same freedom, ultimately for America and what it represents. You see, everyone has a story to tell. You see, all gave some and some gave all, for God, for country, for the reasons why you enlisted. I was blessed with the privilege and honor of being able to serve in the United States military, and I would do it again. I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the smartest, I wasn't the most elite, and I wasn't the strongest, but I served. And I'm thankful to have served, and I'm also thankful that many of you have served. And that even if you didn't serve, you're here in support of those who have.
The Lake Taylorville Veterans Point Memorial has plans in place for future updates, including stones in the middle that will mark each of the conflicts that the USA has been involved in, including a fountain that will symbolize the many tears that have fallen to mark those wars. For more information on the Lake Taylorville Veterans Point Memorial, visit this story at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. The Taylorville CUSD No. 3 Board of Education will hold its regular monthly meeting on Wednesday, November 12th, due to Veterans Day the day prior. The meeting will begin at 6 p.m., with time for public visitors to address the board. Communications for the evening will include a report on the Illinois State Board of Education's official summative designation. The consent agenda features approval of minutes from the October 14th meeting, financial claims, the treasurer's report, and considerations involving overnight trips, personnel, and facility usage requests. Several presentations are planned, including a 3-year budget forecast, a review of the district's tax levy and operational fund balance, a state assessment report, and a presentation from Diamond Brothers Insurance. Under new business, board members will consider fund balance requirements and disclosure of cash reserves ahead of the tax levy adoption process. Additional agenda items include a reminder of the upcoming superintendent evaluation, review of the proposed tax levy, and a motion to set the annual tax levy hearing for Tuesday, December 9th at 5:45 p.m. The board will also review a resolution authorizing $983,500 in taxable general obligation limited tax school bonds with use to help increase the district's working cash fund. Other topics include approval of a state maintenance grant application for roof work at the Taylorville High School West Gymnasium and renewal of the district workers' compensation insurance. Stay tuned to Regional Radio News for updates following the conclusion of Wednesday night's meeting. The Taylorville Kiwanis Club heard from one of the Taylorville Police School Resource Officers at their Tuesday noon meeting at the Moose Lodge. Officer Chad Dees was a Taylorville native and was appointed as a school resource officer midway through the school year last year. He served on the police force as a patrolman the past 4 years. He told Kiwanis members it is a big honor for the community to trust him with the safety of Taylorville school students at the high school and at Memorial Elementary School. He shared what a typical day is for him, which includes making sure all external doors to Taylorville High School are locked upon the school day starting. He also told Kiwanis members he's found students every open and wanting to converse with him on the problems that they face. Officer Dees added the biggest challenge at the Taylorville High School right now at the moment is the vapor pandemic.
There's a big vape pandemic going on in high school. I don't know how there's a vape pen, the nicotine vape pens. Oh, yeah. And so there's vape detectors in all the bathrooms. So if they go into the bathroom and vape, it'll send an alert. And then we go review the cameras and pull the kids that were in the bathroom during that period of time.
He stressed the importance of building connections and trust with the students that he comes in contact with at both buildings. The Taylorville Kiwanis Club is part of a global organization of volunteers dedicated to improving the world one child and one community at a time. Weekly meetings are held Tuesdays at noon at the Taylorville Moose Lodge. And for more information on the club, go to TaylorvilleKiwanis.com. This will conclude the first portion of your expanded local news, and it's brought to you by Taylorville Community Credit Union.
Looking to save more and stress less? This is Will Perkins. At Taylorville Community Credit Union, we're here to help you build a stronger financial future with great loan and deposit rates, convenient locations, and service from people you know and trust. We're member-owned, member-focused, and proud to serve anyone who lives or works in Christian, Montgomery, or Shelby counties. Discover the credit union difference. TCCU is your partner in financial success. Member NCUA.
Taylorville Memorial Hospital is able to care for patients thanks in part to the work of the Taylorville Memorial Foundation. The goal is to raise funds for the hospital to provide new equipment, programs, and services, and the foundation also extends its support directly to the local community through its many events and scholarships. They are able to stretch every dollar for maximum impact for those that the hospital serves. Katie Champion Williams is the director of the Taylorville Memorial Foundation. She says the end goal is the best possible care for the patient.
So Taylorville Memorial Hospital Foundation is the fundraising arm of the hospital. We build support for initiatives that benefit the hospital and the Taylorville community. And like I mentioned earlier, our goal is really to inspire philanthropic support internally and externally to make sure that we can continue to provide the best care to our patients and to our community.
Much of the support that they receive does come from endowments. By accumulating interest, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
So an endowment is a fund, usually set at a certain amount, and it will gather interest and kick out support annually. So say if a donor came to me and said, I want to do a $25,000 endowment for Taylorville Memorial Hospital, then that money would be good in perpetuity, and it would kick out about $1,000 a year. And that would be in addition, added to the budget, and we would know that we could depend on that money forever. Mm-hmm. And so endowments are really important for foundations so that you have that knowledge every year that you have a set amount of money coming in.
Donations of all kinds are frequently used for healthcare equipment. Kim Bourne, president and CEO of Taylorville Memorial Hospital, says the equipment they have acquired can make a difference in life or death situations.
Also, we've recently had a donor who wanted to use some donated funds to the foundation to invest in equipment, an automated CPR machine. It's called a Lucas device that kind of wraps around the chest of somebody who's experienced a heart attack and maintains those CPR compressions at just the right depth and just the right frequency for long periods of time, because it's very difficult for people to manually maintain effective CPR for a great length of time. And our emergency department did not have one of those devices. And so they used about $17,000 of a donation to invest in that. And we're in the process now of purchasing a second one that could be used locally by first responders.
The hospital has also sponsored a scholarship for local students looking to pursue the healthcare field.
I think one thing that comes to mind is Dr. John Ferry and his wife Susan have set up scholarship endowment with our foundation, and every year that money is used to invest in a couple of high school students from Taylorville High School who are interested in going into healthcare careers. It's a pretty competitive scholarship application, but they established that scholarship fund in memory of John's father, who was previously on the hospital board, and they wanted to see local students who, again, were interested in healthcare get some financial support and encouragement to do that. So those scholarships go out every year to Taylorville High School seniors.
The foundation's annual Jingle Bell 4K helps raise funds for the scholarship as well. This year's event is scheduled for Sunday, November 30th.
I'm really excited. One of my roles in my job is to work with the auxiliary, and I'm learning they are amazing and passionate, and I'm thrilled to be a part of their team. And we have a Jingle Bell Run 4K coming up on November 30th, and alongside that, a little elf dash. There's going to be a lot of fun activities going on, and there may even be a special visitor from the North Pole making an appearance. And so if you're interested in registering, it's a really long URL, so I'm not going to give it across the radio, but please call my office at 707-5271, and I can work with you to get registered.
Okay, that is quite the URL there. But when is that day that you plan to have that?
So it's going to be on Sunday, November 30th, so the Sunday after Thanksgiving, to really help get everyone in the holiday spirit.
And you can find the registration link on this story on our website, TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. More information on the Memorial Health System is available at memorial.health. Katie Champion Williams and Kim Bourne appeared as guests on the WTIM morning show. On this Veterans Day, the Illinois Department of Agriculture Director Jerry Costello knows about service to one's country and talks a little bit about him and his service as of yesterday.